Good morning students. Welcome back. This video is for class 8, subject English, and this is our revision video. Today in this video we shall revise our chapter number 1, that is How Camel Got Its Hump, poem 1, The Ant and the Cricket, and chapter number 1 of grammar, that is determiners. Basically, in this video, we are not going to learn the chapters and poem in detail because we have already discussed them in detail. So today, we shall just have a review of all these three topics. After then, we shall discuss the homework solution of the homework which was assigned you in lecture number 5 of chapter 2, the verbs, auxiliaries and modals. So let's start with our chapter number 1, How Camel Got Its Hump. This story is written by famous writer Rudyard Kipling. He describes the humorous story of how the lazy camel gains his hump. This is a perfect story for teaching a lesson about working hard and helping others. In the beginning, the world was new. The animals just had begun to work for humans. There lived a camel who refused to work. He lived in the middle of the howling desert. He ate sticks and prickles. He said hump when anyone spoke to him. The horse went to the camel on Monday morning. He asked him to trot like as he did. Hump said the camel to the horse. The horse told the man about it. In the same way, the dog and the ox came and went away. They too got the same reply. At the end of the day, the man called the horse, the dog, and the ox together and said, 3, oh 3, I am very sorry for you, but that hump thing in the desert cannot work. They were asked to work double time in order to make up the camel's work. The three of them got very angry. They held a panchayat on the edge of the desert, and the camel came chewing cud and laughed at them. He said hump and went away again. There came the jinn, master of all deserts. The horse complained to the jinn against the camel. He told to the jinn that the camel did not work. He said hump only. The jinn, master of all deserts, assured them that he would set the camels right. The jinn found the camel looking at his reflection in the pond water in the desert. The jinn asked him to work, but the camel refused and said hump only. Then the jinn told the camel that since he had chosen not to work, he had given 3 extra work. The camel said hump. The jinn warned the camel that if he said hump again, something bad might happen. As soon as the camel responded with hump again, the jinn puffed up the camel's beautiful back, which turned to be very ugly. It was his own hump, which the camel had brought upon him by not doing work. The jinn ordered the camel to work. He refused to work by saying his hump was a big hurdle. The jinn told the camel about the purpose of hump. The camel would always be able to work for 3 days without eating. He could live on. Then the jinn asked the camel to behave properly. The camel went away to join the 3 animals. The camel always has a hump from that day. He has not caught up with his 3 days. He had missed them at the beginning of the world. He has not yet learned to behave. So, this was a summary of the chapter number 1, How Camel Got Its Hump. Now, we shall discuss our poem number 1, The Ant and the Cricket. This poem is adapted from Aesop's fable. It is a fable in poetic form. A fable is a story, often with animals as characters, that conveys a moral. This is a poem about a silly young cricket and an ant. Cricket was only singing all day long and used to enjoy his good times during summer season. He didn't plan anything for the future. When winter arrived, Cricket couldn't find a small amount of food to eat in his cupboard. So he decided to go to Miser Ant. He wished to borrow food from her and to get shelter in her hole during the rainy days. His intention was to pay her back later on. After reaching there, then the cricket knocked on the ant's door asking for help. However, the ant didn't help the cricket. She gave a very important lesson of her life during the conversation with the cricket. Ant said that ants neither borrow from somebody nor lend to somebody. Ants are hardworking creatures and save for the future. The ant asked the cricket what he was doing during warm weather. The cricket replied that he was indulged in dancing, singing and merrymaking. The ant advised him to pass away the winter by singing and dancing. Saying so, the ant turned the cricket out of her house. The poet ends his story with a moral. He says that this is not a fable, but truth. He goes on to add that some human beings are also like cricket of the story. The moral of the poem is, we should enjoy happy moments, but should not ignore the future. So this was the summary of the poem, The Ant and the Cricket. Now, we shall discuss the chapter number 1 of grammar, determiners. So let's see what is the meaning of determiners. Determiners are the words that identify and signify a noun. They come before a noun and limit its meaning. For example, there is some water in the bottle. So here some word is determiner. So let's see how many kinds of determiners are there. Number 1, articles. Number 2, demonstratives. Number 3, possessive. Number 4, numbers. Number 5, distributives. Number 6, quantifiers. So there are 6 kinds of determiners. Number 1, articles. The words a and the are called articles. A and an are indefinite articles because they do not point out to any particular or definite noun. The is definite article because it points out to a particular or definite noun. For example, the Ganga is a holy river of India. Number 2, demonstratives. The words this, that, these, those are called demonstratives. They are used before nouns or the adjectives that modifies the noun. For example, this shirt is beautiful. Number 3, possessive adjectives. The words my, your, his, her, its, are, their are called possessive adjectives. They are used to show the ownership on something or somebody. For example, your books are very colorful. Number 4, numbers. They are used before a noun to count people or things. They are used to tell an exact amount. 1 and 2 are cardinal numbers. First and second are ordinal numbers. For example, he has 2 books. Number 5, distributives. The words all, both, half, either, neither, etc. are called distributives. They are used to refer how people or things are divided or shared within a group. For example, every man is loyal to the country. Number 6, quantifiers. The words a few, a little, much, many, etc. are called quantifiers. They modify a noun to indicate its quantity. For example, there is little hope of victory. Children, you have to complete your homework on the basis of the topics explained by me. Your homework is do assignment based on Chapter 1, How Camel Got Its Hump, Poem 1, The Ant and the Cricket, and Chapter 1, Determiners of Grammar, which is uploaded in homework column on EduQuark website. This homework you have to do in your fair notebook. This is the end of the lecture. Now, we shall discuss the homework solution of the homework which was assigned you in lecture number 5 of Chapter 2, Verbs, Auxiliaries and Modals. As we have already discussed the meaning, uses and types of auxiliary verbs in lecture 5 of Chapter 2, Verbs, Auxiliaries and Modals. As I assigned you homework which was to be done by you on the basis of your understanding, and your homework was revise auxiliary verbs from the book or video, and based on the understanding of the topic, do exercise mentioned as extra exercise number 1. Let's start solving the exercise number 1. Question is, fill in the blanks by choosing correct auxiliary verbs given in the brackets. Number 1. Dash they help the poor. Here, do is used. It is used in present simple tense and interrogative sentence. Number 2. She dash stolen your toys. Here, has is used. It is used in present perfect tense and positive sentence. Number 3. The boys dash not swim. Here, did is used. It is used in simple past tense and negative sentence. Number 4. The gardener dash watering the plants. Here, was is used. It is used in past continuous tense and positive sentence. The verbs do, has, did, was. All these primary auxiliary verbs are used as helping verb in the sentences. Has is form of have, did is form of do, and was is form of be. Number 5. She told me her name after she dash left. Here, had is used. It is used in past perfect tense and positive sentence. Number 6. She dash knitting her sweater these days. Here, is used. It is used in present continuous tense and positive sentence. Number 7. Dash she always hate you. Here, does is used. It is used in present simple tense and interrogative sentence. Number 8. They dash dozing in the class. Here, are is used. It is used in present continuous tense and positive sentence. Had, is, does, are. All these primary auxiliary verbs are used as helping verb in the sentences. Had is form of have, is form of be, does is form of do, and are is form of. Important information. On Friday, solution of assignment will be uploaded on EduQuark website. On Saturday, test will be uploaded on EduQuark website. No video lectures will be uploaded on Friday and Saturday. So you have to complete your work in your fair notebook in neat and clean handwriting. This is the end of the lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.